Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to my podcast, Snack Thoughts, and I say again, welcome to my podcast, Snack Thoughts. Please excuse my voice a little bit scratchy, but nevertheless, message will come across. And what is my thought for this particular episode? Well, for this episode, I would call it. Technology can't replace human interaction. And I'll say it again, technology cannot replace human interaction. And so the question might be asked, what exactly do I mean and what am I talking about? Well, the last couple of days, I went on a trip to Los Angeles, and I was, on my return flight going through the airport. You have the option to use the kiosk, to get your ticket and use your confirmation number and all of that, or you can go to the ticket counter to check in, But what happened is that I was pressed for time and I was running a bit behind, so I wanted to check my bags in with the agent at the ticket counter, and by coincidence, it would just so happen that as my flight time is fast approaching and I'm running out of time, that all of a sudden the ticket agents would get really busy, and it seemed like they didn't have a sense of urgency. And so I think I had maybe two other people in front of me, and the line was getting packed, behind me. So finally, one of the agents opened up another counter, and so I go there to go check my bags in, but and I want to say something here, and this is not any knock on any generations. I myself am Generation X, so for some of you people listening, you may think to you, if you're like a millennial or Generation Alpha, you may consider me old or dusty, but. This is not to offend any generations. This is just a observation based off of my experiences personally. And so I get to the ticket counter, and the gentleman, obviously, I believe he either had to be millennial or either a late Generation A, but I'm guessing he was a millennial. But he was very impersonal. And he kind of argued with me, that I should have used the kiosk versus having him, do the work, of checking my bags in and giving me my ticket, which is a very simple task. And my logic tells me that if you work for a certain airlines and you're wearing their particular colored vest with their badge on, that means that you're there to provide a service to the customer. And the way I was raised, the customer is always right, and we provide a service. And the generation I came up in, we have a personal touch, with people, and with clients. Now, my second experience happened yesterday. So, I'm going, to the grocery store just to pick up a few items. And when I kind of went late at night, and so the carts were locked up. I guess maybe things are getting so bad. I guess they want to keep the homeless from stealing the carts. So at night, when they put the carts away, they'll put the locks around them. But the store was still open. And so I asked the young lady, I said, excuse me, do you have any carts inside the store? And she was kind of, I guess, a bit rude or crass with me and said, carts are outside. That's how she said it. And so the young lady was, I guess, probably like maybe early 20s, probably about 21, maybe 22. So I'm guessing she's Generation Alpha. And so I went back out, found me a cart, that another patron had just left. And so I thought in my mind, I was like, man, I said, wait a minute, I just, had a similar issue coming from LAX airport. on a return flight where the guy argued me down about why didn't I use. He wasted more time arguing with me about why I didn't use the automated system or the kiosk, versus basically checking my bag in, and just basically giving me my ticket so I can get on about my business and he can move on to the next customer. But what I did last night, as I got up to the line at the cash register, there was a young man that was running the cash register. And so I said, excuse me. I said, sir, can I ask you a question? I said, what generation are you from? And he began to tell me, and he said, I guess I'm a millennial. And so the young lady that prior was rude to me, she was there, I guess helping to pack the bags. But I really didn't need any packing, because all I grabbed was toilet paper and just napkins and stuff like that. So there's nothing for her to pack. And I asked him, I said, and I'm really asking a real question here. And I do understand that my generation, we came in kind of like in the middle of with the technology, whereas the millennials on down, they were raised up on it. The computers, laptops, cell phones, you name it, video games. I mean, social media, anything you can think of. So I do understand that the generations are different, and I'm gonna get to the point here. But so I asked him a question, and I said, what generation are you from? He said, I guess I'm a millennial, and I said, I'm asking for a reason. And I said, this is not to be offensive. I said, is it just, can you help me understand? I said, is it technology, or is it that I'm old? I said, it seems like some individuals in your generation and Generation Alpha, they don't have a personal touch or know how to deal with human interaction when it comes, to people. And when I say that is like nowadays, if you could see both sexes, men and women could be in the same space, but they won't even look up to talk to each other because everybody's in their cell phone. Little kids, if you take their cell phone or their electronic device away from them, they're liable to blow up and have a fit on their parents, which that's a case of another story, because I've seen that before. And there's no way me or my sister would have tried that on any of my parents, and not any of my aunts and uncles either. Else, we would have got the smackdown. But, and so I asked him, I said, what is it? I said, is it technology? Is it that because the era that we're in, that people are so used to convenience and, their portable devices, that they're not used to interacting or having human contact or human touch. And maybe I know I can't say the word because this is going to go up on YouTube and they may flag it. But when we went into lockdown because of, I'll just call it the itis, when they locked everybody down, made everybody stay home, made businesses shut down because of a certain virus, and so I wonder, does that have something to do with it? But when I look at it, I really don't think so. The Generation X and before, people, men would give each other a handshake, or, people interacted with each other and they were used to dealing with people. And what I see happening, the more technologically advanced that we get, and it seems that as technology or AI makes things more convenient for us, and we have more social media, people have become more narcissistic, self-centered, and they're more selfish. And it is about me, about what I can have, what I can get, and forget about everybody else. But what I see happening is that with the effects of this particular economy, I believe we're in a quiet depression. I think that people are going to be forced to go back to human interaction because they're going to need need each other. You know, um, you can't eat your cell phone. You know, I don't care. What you try to do. You may could play video games, but you cannot live your life through an electronic device and through social media. It is we were not designed that way. As human beings, we were designed to have fellowship. We need family. We need friends. There's just certain things that um, artificial intelligence or automation that it cannot replace. I did a video for military content where I made a comment and I stated that for the younger generation, because of these conflicts and these wars that are coming up, that they may even go back to a draft. And there were some that they threw some, they had something to say, about that they would rather rot in a jail cell. And I said that, you got to get your fitness up, and I believe that all this technology and social media also, and the fast food and stuff like that, it has in some ways made us as Americans kind of lazy. And this is not just here, this is happening worldwide, but especially in America, where we're supposedly the place of consumerism and where you can get anything that money can buy. But there are some things that money cannot buy and technology cannot do. If you decide that you want to, say, go into the armed forces, or you're going to get drafted, you cannot do your physical fitness through an electronic device. Like I said, you can watch it, but you're going to have to actually perform the actual discipline and the exercises. And that is where technology is limited. There are some things technology and social media cannot do. You still have to be boots on the ground. And like it or not, people are going to eventually be forced to go back to human interaction. I don't believe that it's that is completely healthy for a society to rely on electronic devices, social media, and in a sense to be in a state of isolation. I don't think it's good. Obviously people rather work from home, which I can understand that for those type of jobs that you can do. But I did. I asked him the question, and so the young man obviously he explained. He said, "No, it's not like that." And I never understand what I'm saying. I didn't say all millennials. I didn't say all Generation Alpha, but understand this: no electronic device, no video game. There's not enough social media that will ever replace, being around other people or another human being. If for those of you that may be geeks or techies, you guys, you understand peer-to-peer relationships. Well, with human beings, you cannot relate to a device or social media or to artificial. You cannot relate to a robot the way you can to a human being. A device or technology, it doesn't have feelings. A human being does. And artificial intelligence or a robot, yes, it may learn, but it's programmed. Human beings are not. So there's only so much and so far that technology will take you. And if you think that I'm lying about isolation and technology and social media, and I'm not going to say the word, but a lot of young girls, because of this social media era, and young people, period, have had problems, maybe some with some cyberbullying and stuff like that. And it's led to some unfortunate circumstances. And I won't, say the word, but all of these things, not that technology is bad. It's not that it's bad, but sometimes too much of a good thing can turn out to have negative consequences. We need to get back, let your kids get out and go out and play and get some exercises. There's more to life than a cell phone or a laptop, or there's more to life than, say, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. There's more to life than social media. There is a real life out there besides the artificial world that we've produced and we've been made to live in. But this is just my thoughts on it. Nothing beats human interaction. Electronic device, it cannot replace. It can't replace your kids. It can't replace your family, and it cannot replace true friends. Electronic devices don't do that. So for all my geeks and my neckbeards out there, put that video console down for a change. Get out there and interact, with people, just for a little bit. I understand that all of us are not necessarily the most social, but even those of us that are highly introverted, we still need regular and daily human interaction. Is healthy. But that's all I have on this one, guys. But something to think about. Technology will never be able to replace human interaction. All right, guys. But anyway, thanks for listening. And the name of my podcast is Snackz Thoughts. That's SNAKZTHOUGHT at Snackz Thoughts. And you can find this podcast on Spotify. You can find it on Radio PPM, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, and a host of other social media outlets. And I also have a YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. That's ERICBROADUS YouTube. And so please go over to my YouTube channel, smash that bell to become a subscriber. Hit the like button to like the videos. If you don't like it, hit the unlike button. Either way, leave a comment. I love to dialogue with you. Everyone is entitled to be heard, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. So please join and subscribe to Snackz Thoughts, Eric Broadus YouTube. Push them out and share it. Share it with friends, family, enemies, frenemies, rats, bats, dogs, cats. It just don't matter. Push it out. Get it out, guys. All right? But remember, technology does not replace human interaction. Peace out, guys. Catch you on the next one. Later.